Welcome to the Knowing Podcast.
Welcome
To the Knowing God Podcast by Hide and Seek Ministries. Great for kids and grown-ups.
Welcome to the Knowing God Podcast for kids. This is episode 32. And I'm Lily, and who else?
Grayson.
Aiden.
And guess what? We have super special surprise because our mom isn't here. She let us 3 kids do the podcast by our whole selves. Well, she's home with us, but she didn't leave us by ourselves. But we're just by ourselves in the podcast. And we're so excited, right guys?
Right.
Right! And maybe we should tell everybody how old we are. So, I'm 11, and how old are you, Aiden?
I'm 10.
And Grayson, how old are you?
I'm 6.
And so she asked us a few questions for us to answer for this podcast. And they're about Easter because Easter's coming up. So I'll go ahead and read the question and you guys help answer them, okay?
Okay.
So the first one she wrote is, why do we celebrate Easter?
Because Jesus died on the cross for our sins. And if he wouldn't have died on the cross, we wouldn't have gone to heaven.
But it's actually, I think that too, but I think Easter is when he rose again from the dead in 3 days, remember?
Yeah.
So, what do you think, River? What do you think that Easter is about?
That he rose again from 3 days.
So, the next question is, why did Jesus have to die? Anybody know?
For our sins and our sickness.
Good job. I agree with Grace and Aiden. What do you think?
I think the same thing.
Yeah, that's probably why I did it right. So, Aiden, why don't you read the third question?
Okay. Why couldn't God just say that everyone is forgiven and everyone gets to go to heaven?
That's a hard question. Everybody, you want to try that first?
Say that again?
Okay, it says, so why couldn't God just say that everyone is forgiven and everyone gets to go to heaven?
Because he would be forcing us to go to heaven.
I think you're
And he
right,
gave us
Gray.
a choice.
Yeah! You're totally right. Okay, yeah, so, Aiden, is that what you think too?
Yeah, that's not what I had in mind, but...
Well, I think you're right, Gray. But also, God made a rule. And the rule was that anybody who sinned had to be punished. And that was a problem. Because we were all born with sin because of Adam and Eve. So God couldn't change his mind. So to fix the problem, he sent Jesus. Jesus took the punishment for us. And he died so we wouldn't have to. And we get to spend forever in heaven with him if we choose to believe in Jesus. So, the next question. You want to read it, or do you want me to read it? Aiden.
You can go ahead and read it.
Okay. It says, what is the difference between the Old Covenant and the New Covenant? Ooh.
I know.
Okay, go ahead, Gray.
The old covenant leads to death, and the new covenant leads to life.
How'd you know that, Gray? You're so smart. But I'll add a little bit more to what Grayson said about the Old and New Covenant. What did you say again, Gray? You said...
The old covenant leads to death, and the new covenant leads to life.
Yes, so the Old Covenant leads to death. So the Old Covenant was before Jesus died on the cross for us and saved us of our sin. The New Covenant started when Jesus was raised from the dead. And that's why we celebrate Easter, because he was raised from the dead and forgives us of all our sins. So that looks like all the questions that she gave us. That's kind of short, but what do you guys want to talk about now?
Let's tell jokes.
Okay, let's tell jokes.
I'll go first.
Okay, go first.
Would the lion say the other lion?
What?
Isn't there something hairy around our neck?
Very.
I got a joke.
Okay, tell us a joke.
How do you know if a grizzly bear is in your oven?
How?
The oven won't close.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How do you know if a turtle's in your laundry basket?
How?
You'll see something moving.
Jokes, Lily?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ow.
Owl who?
I'll tell you another joke if you let me in. That was very funny.
Then the crickets go off.
No, this is how the crickets go off.
What crickets?
When it's a joke. It's when it's not funny and everybody's quiet. You say the crickets go off.
And the crickets go like then the only sound that's there is just the crickets. No one else likes it. So that's what happened to me. Yeah, that was a bad joke. Okay, so I think we should end it, and I gotta remember everything that Mom says it's in. So I think she says something like, do you guys know what she says?
She says, there will be a worksheet for the podcast.
Yeah, I think there'll be like a worksheet somewhere.
And you can find it at
hideandseekministries.com/podcast for kids or something.
For kids.
Not for kids, just hideandseekministries.com/podcast.
And then you can also subscribe to our podcast thing, I think, what she says at, I know, you guys know what she says, iTunes or something? Stitcher?
You can find us on Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio,
Google Play Music, TuneIn, and does she say anything else, or is that it? Okay, I think that's it. And then, thank you guys for watching. We really enjoyed doing this by ourselves. We're super excited. I hope we can do it again because this was really fun, wasn't it, guys?
Right, but you can't actually watch the podcast. You hear.
What? Okay.
You don't watch it. You hear it.
So, bye, guys.
I have a joke before we leave.
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go
One
ahead.
more.
Okay, go.
One day, a mom opened the door and there was a snail there. She kicked it into her driveway. 100 years later, it came back and said, "What was that for?"
Okay, I think that's enough jokes for today. So everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.